What is up? This is the roster review series or Chronicles. I think Chronicles sounds better. The roster review Chronicles. But it's time to make moves. It's time to get better. It's time to prepare your team for next season because there is no off season when it comes to Dynasty. So we're going to do a roster of a team review, and we are going to go over this roster. We're going to look at the core players who are guys that we don't want to trade away, who are our stud players. We're going to look at what are the team needs. We're going to look at some trade pieces, some players that we can trade, some picks that we can trade, and maybe some trade targets who we can look at acquiring to try and make this team better. So, guys, just before we get into the video, hit that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Greatly appreciate that. It greatly supports the channel. So let's get into this roster review. We've got Jason. Thanks, brother, for sending us your team. Let's see what you got. And here we've got a lot of draft capital. This is kind of a rebuilder a little bit.
Yes, it is.
This is a start 10 Superflex 10 team. Starting a QB, a Superflex, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and 2 flex positions. We've got in 2023 the 101, the 104, the 107, the 201, the 203, the 205, and the 206. In 2024, we've got 3 first-round picks and 4 seconds, along with his third. And in 2025, he's got 2 firsts, 2 seconds, a third, and a fourth. Really good draft capital there. And we've got Superflex. We've kind of got doo-doo QBs here. This is just a no-no. We've got to fix this.
It's not good.
Pickett, Winston, and Darnold. Then we've got at running back Jalen Warren.
You got no running backs either.
Homer and Burkhead. We've got at wide receiver Wilson, Pickens, London, Gallup, Samuel, Sun God's brother, Minuous, whatever his name is, St. Brown.
George Rager, Devontae Parker,
McKenzie, Davis, Hamler, McCutcheon, Darden, Smith, Watkins, Freiermuth, Ingram, Ruckert, Okonkwo at tight end. First off, I want to say get Watkins off your team, get Shi Smith off your team, get Darden off your team, get McCutcheon off your team, and get Rager off your team like now, yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get them off.
And just pick up a bunch of backup running backs that are on the damn waiver wire. That's the first thing I think, I'm looking at. But all right, what's some of the studs? What's some of the core players we got here, Bagala, that you don't think you really want to trade and you want to build around here?
Yeah, the only core players really is Wilson, Garrett Wilson, Pickens, and London. Maybe Pickett. Maybe Pickett. Maybe Freiermuth. But then again, he got Ingram there, and he got the tight end from Tennessee, who he looks really good. He does. He looks really good. So those are the 3 wide receivers. That's his core. Everything else is movable. Maybe Pickett. I don't know. But everything else is movable.
The tight end room is definitely the strongest on your team. I mean, you only get to start one of them, but you've got guys that you can play in there.
2 flex spots, so he could start 2 of them if he really needs to. But it is, yeah, it's a strong suit. But those are your 3 core guys right there. What I would say is this: number 1, draft Bijan Robinson. Turn around with the 104 and go get Bryce Young. And from there, then you can make your moves. But those should be your 2 picks. You should go get Bijan. Yeah. You should go get Bryce Young. Pickett's not the answer. Maybe he gets better next year. I don't know. But but even in the Superflex, you need another quarterback.
Yeah, I think there's definitely
Winston is not playing. Yeah, Winston is not playing. You might need 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, team need is definitely going to be QB. I don't even think Pickett is the answer there, but he is a starter right now. They're going to give him out. So. Yeah. All right. So yeah, leave your wide receiver. I mean, leave your tight end room alone. I think we can say leave that alone. I mean, upgrading is always good, but I think you got other problems right now.
Yeah, but you have flexibility there to make a move. So if you're trying to make a move and somebody needs a tight end, you can move somebody out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't move Freiermuth. I'd move either.
No, I think
All right. So what's some good trade pieces? We just talked about the tight ends, Ingram and Okonkwo. Some good guys that you can try and trade there. But who else on
It's
this team
Ingram.
is tradable other than the tight ends?
And I would have to say the only other three guys that are tradable is Garrett Wilson, George Pickens, and Drake London. There's
Yeah,
nobody else. There's
I don't want to
nobody
get
else
rid of them.
here, but you don't want to get rid of them. So, and I don't want to get rid of them either. So,
Well, Pickens, I'll get rid of. Pickens, I'm okay actually with getting rid of, just because of his perceived value. I'm okay with coming off of Pickens, but I'm not giving up Garrett Wilson and I'm not giving up Drake London. Those are the two core players that I'm gonna try and build around in the wide receiver room. But
I would be okay with giving up Pickens, but it's just that I don't have anything else.
yeah, so
You
this is
know,
what.
so for me to give him up, I would need. I don't even think I would give up any of my players. Maybe I package Pickens with some of these first round picks in next year's draft or the year after that. But I think that this is crazy. You just gotta, if you're gonna make any moves, you gotta trade the picks, and if you're not gonna trade the picks, you gotta hit on your picks.
Yeah,
I,
I
I
think
don't think
you
you
can
can
try and
move.
compete in definitely by 25. You've got a bunch of 24 picks, and depending how these picks land out this year, could possibly compete in 24, but you've got to make some moves. So this is what I'm thinking here. I agree with you on the 101. We're going to take Bijan Robinson. At
Yeah,
the 104, I agree as
you got
well.
to turn around.
We'll take whatever QB is there. If CJ Stroud is there,
I,
if Bryce Young is there, because it depends who has those picks, what they're going to go with. We don't know if they're going QB or if they're
yeah,
going to go, something else. But now you're going to have Bijan at running back. You're going to have Stroud or Young at QB along with Pickett. And then you still got the 107, the 201, the 203, the 205, the 206. So you can stack up on running backs like deep in that round if you can, or wide
I would
receivers
turn around.
if wide
Yeah,
receivers fall. But
I would
we're gonna
also turn
trade.
around
Good.
in 201 with 201, 203, 205 to one of those picks, dude. I gotta take another quarterback.
Yeah, but as it doesn't, it depends who's there at QB. We don't know
I would,
how high Levis
yeah,
or Richardson's going to go, and if they don't go in the first round, I'm not going to spend that pick on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine the 107 and the 201, and we're going to try and go buy a damn QB. 107, 201, and 203, whatever you got to give up, and buy any QB that you possibly can. Try the hurt ones or try the ones that haven't performed. Go after the Kyler Murrays, the Lamar Jacksons, but you can try and buy any QB that you possibly can and just start at the top and work your way all the way down and see who's willing to try and give up a QB, or you even have 2024 first. Can you give up the 107 and the 2024 first and go get yourself, a stud QB, a top 12 guy? So if you do that, then you're rolling in with a rookie QB and Bryce Young or Stroud, Kenny Pickett, and a stud proven QB. And you're rolling in with Bijan Robinson. You've got Garrett Wilson. You've got Drake London. You've got Pickens. Can you take Pickens and one of those second round picks that you don't move and go and get yourself back into the first round? That you've got so much things that you can do. Or can you combine Pickens in the second and tier up at wide receiver?
but yeah, um, you need another quarter. You need two quarterbacks. I feel like you need two quarterbacks. You
Yeah,
need a
that's fine.
two
Yeah.
running. You need a two running backs, and you
I ain't worried
need
about
to
the
get
running back
another.
yet. Running
And
backs
you
you can
need to
fill out
get
after.
another wide receiver. You
Yeah.
have to get another wide
So,
receiver.
all right. So what if we do this? Tell me how you think this looks, right? We get Bijan with the 101. We get Bryce Young or CJ Stroud with the 104. We take the 107 and the 2024 first, and we go buy Kyler Murray. And then we take George Pickens and the 203, and we go and buy Chris Olave. Now we're rolling with Wilson, Olave, and London as your three wide receivers. You got Bijan at running back. You've got your two QBs in Bryce Young or CJ Stroud and Kyler Murray. And you've got Pickett still, on the bench, whatever, and you got Fryermuth. How do you think that sounds? And you still got picks. You still got other picks and other second round picks where you can fill out some more wide receivers and or running backs, whatever that board falls. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you could definitely
Now
do
you're
that.
now you're in position to possibly even compete next year, but then you've got really you're not going to compete until 2024 because then you've got those.
Yeah,
Don't forget,
because
you'll still have 2 firsts left at that point as well. I mean, and then you've got the 4 seconds, and you'll be rolling deep. I mean, you'll be ready in 2024. This is a 1-year rebuild. I think it's possible.
yeah, maybe because you would have to get one, like you said, get one of those QBs that people are sour on.
And
You
we've
know what
got
I'm
the
saying?
assets. We've got the assets to do it. So we've got to take advantage, especially since we've got no QBs. We're trying to build. If we can build around the 2 QBs, and you've got Bijan, so you've got the 2 QBs, you've got Bijan, and then you've got some studs in Wilson, London, and if you can get the Olave for the Pickens in the second, that'd be awesome too. Like
I
I
think
think
trying to
you're
get
rolling.
Olave will be hard.
But if you're giving up Pickens and the second,
Maybe,
you know,
maybe, yeah, maybe.
or even if you give
Yeah,
up 2 seconds, you got 4 seconds next year. Can you give up? I give up Pickens in 2 seconds for Olave because
mhm.
Pickens I like. He's got upside, but there's just something that scares me. I mean, he doesn't demand targets. Deontay's there who just hogs everything. It's just I don't know,
Yeah, but
and I'd much rather
I
have
would
Olave,
like to.
you know, and
Yeah,
you've got the
I
assets,
would too.
so it's not like you're really giving up, a crazy lot.
Yeah, but I would too. I just would like to keep Pickens with Olave. You know,
If you can get Olave without giving up Pickens, I mean, what else can we give up here to try and get Olave? I mean, can we give up, maybe a tight end? Maybe you could give up Ingram or Okonkwo and a second or 2 seconds. I
probably
don't know. It
you
depends
can.
what
Yeah,
that team
you
needs,
can.
right?
It depends on what that team needs.
Mm.
So yeah, somebody.
Jerry Judy is another name you can throw out there.
Jerry Judy is
Trying to
another
think
name, but
who's
I
won't be
think
safe.
anybody with Jerry Judy at 23 years old,
Devonta.
the way he ended the season, they're gonna ask for a first for Jerry Judy.
Yeah, but if you're giving up Pickens and you're giving up, a second or 2 seconds, they might be
Maybe
inclined to trade. They
I
might be
think
inclined to trade
yeah,
that.
but I like that Jerry Judy thought more because at least you're getting somebody. I think he's a little bit better than Olave right now, and he'll give you a little bit better consistency just because I don't think Russ is going to be as bad. And then with the Saints, you just don't know who's going to be their quarterback. Are they going to roll with the pistol, or is Winston going to come back in the fold, or is Taysom Hill? You just don't know. So I would target Jerry Judy rather than Olave, even though I love Olave.
Yeah, I mean, see what you can get. Any of those guys, it all depends on what that team kind of needs or how that GM is. But I mean, listen, those are just a bunch of options kind of that we threw out there that I think you can definitely turn this
You
team
have to be,
around
yeah,
pretty
you
quick,
have to be very
pretty quickly.
flexible.
You can turn this team around pretty quickly. We're not going
No,
to
you
trade the
keep going.
101. I don't think we're in that bad of a shape that we've got to trade the
No.
101 because you've got all these other picks. You can still get the QBs that you need, but we've got to get the QBs. We've got to get the QBs. We have to.
Yeah, because it's a super flex, you have
And
to
you
get the QBs.
and you've got the assets that you're going to have to get whoever possible that you can.
Mhm.
You know,
And at
Justin
least,
Justin Herbert hasn't played well, right? Can you go after Justin Herbert? I mean, Trevor
maybe.
Lawrence took a big step up, so it's gonna be hard to get him. But
Hmm.
yeah, can you get Justin Herbert,
Uh,
Tua?
uh, Tua's, with the injury concern, I think Tua is really interesting.
Those are some of the QBs that I would be trying to target because it's very important you fix this QB room while you're trying to make this build up, while you're trying to build this team up. Because I mean, yeah, you're getting Bijan. Like I said, then if you can draft that young QB and you can also trade for a stud QB, if you can make some kind of trades to get another top wide receiver that'd be awesome as well. You've got a bunch of second round picks where you can either trade those or build out, that wide receiver room with some of those picks there. It is super flex, so some of those wide receivers will fall down, but you can, like I said, you can set to compete here. I think, in 2024, I think it's the year that you'll be coming out to compete.
Yeah, just stay flexible, keep your top picks, and yeah, you said it the best. He could be ready to go in 2024 with like
Building
at
that.
least a good four, maybe five wide receivers.
Oh
You know.
yeah, that's what I definitely want, and then you can worry about the running backs after. But you'll have Bijan to kind of
Mhm.
hold that down anyway for you. So yeah, just get them QBs, get them QBs.
And look to move Ingram. Ingram has some value right now.
Yeah. And boom, that does it, guys. Let us know what you think there in the comments. You guys have any suggestions? Do you have any other opinions, any other ideas to try and help this team get better? Let us know there in the comments. And don't forget, guys, you can always email us at dynastylife, the number 4 ever at gmail.com, so you can get your roster review. It is down there in the description, so you guys can be featured on the next episode. We do it live on air. So it is always fun. You stop in and you can ask questions as we're going over things. So that's always fun. But just hit that like, hit that subscribe. We truly appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next time.